For me, connection matters in a parent to a child affair. It really does matters.
My dad was one man that, he cares most about our education.
They've taught me how to depend on myself when they are not around and how to respect elderly people.
They always want to feel like they are your parents by checking up on you, knowing what's going on in your life, even when you're not close with them.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
What's your name?
Gloria.
Gloria. Gloria, okay, so today my question for you is simple. What have you learned from your parents?
Growing up, I did learn a lot. To summarize it, I would say hard work, perseverance, and then determination.
Oh, okay. Hard work, perseverance, and determination. Is it something they impacted on you by sitting you down to consistently advise you on it, or is it just by training?
I would say training, because sitting down talking on it might be just moments.
Okay.
But for me to grow up, with the number of years I was with them, I think it's training. Yeah.
So how do you think that looking back, are you still with your parents now?
No, please.
Okay. So looking back now that you're not with them, how do you think that these values has in a way impacted your life?
It has really impacted my life in a positive way, because coming to the city, living alone.
You are not from Accra?
No, I'm not from Accra.
Where are you from?
Waterville.
Okay.
Yeah, so being alone and then working hard, you have to be determined in order to even survive here in the city. And adding hard work and probably the fear of God, which I should have added.
Okay.
So yeah, it has really, really impacted my life.
Okay. So what do you think is the factor? Somebody said when we were talking to him earlier that sometimes it's based on how the kids are able to relate with their parents. If you are respectful enough, then maybe they will have bigger impact on you. But if you are not forthcoming in respect, they also tend to retrieve and not give you the best impact. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I think for me, connection matters in a parent to a child affair. It really does matters, because growing up with your parents, you need to be able to create an environment where that connection exists, in order for you to be able to share what you go through, for your parents to even have the opportunity to discuss. Create that level of friendship with your parents is very important.
Do you think you had that?
Of course, especially with my dad, I really did have that. For my mom, it was about discipline, too much consistency, hard work. But my dad was really jovial. He helped us and create stories and teach us. In fact, we were really in a friendly environment with my dad.
Okay. So from your perspective, you think the parents also have to create an environment where there is a connection for the child to feel safe, to share their stories and experiences with them?
Of course, yes. It's very important for a child. It's mentally, emotionally, in all aspects, it's very important that you create that connection with your parent.
Okay. So what do you have to tell somebody that's watching you, maybe a parent or a child, concerning a parent-child relationship and how best you can get the best experience from it?
Okay, for me, I would say get closer to your kids. Talk to them, get to know what they go through, especially in the era of social media, where phones and internet is very accessible to even a child. It's very important for you to create that particular environment where you are free to communicate with your child. It's very important. That way you get to know what is going in their lives, the kind of friends they welcome, the kind of environment they are introduced to. It's very important. Yeah. So I advise parents out there to create that one-on-one relationship with their children.
Actually, I've learned a lot from my parents. They've taught me how to depend on myself when they are not around and how to respect elderly people so that you can receive blessings from above.
Okay. And do you think that learning that from them, how has it impacted your life?
Oh, it has impacted my life a lot. Because when I started practicing the things they taught me, I started seeing the changes in my life. Especially in my prayer life.
They taught you how to pray?
Yes, please.
Are they pastors?
No,
Or they are elders in church?
no, they are not elders in church.
Okay, but they are very good Christians.
Yeah, just normal Christian.
Hey, Charlie, then you are kabadoshu. Who bought a tongue sword? They say Indian.
No,
And
I don't speak in tongues.
you don't. Oh, okay. The normal prayer now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there are people out there that probably haven't had the opportunity that you have from their parents. Okay, and their parents, some parents out there that they are not. Let me say they don't really see the need to impact some of these positive traits to their kids. I'm sure some of them are watching you right now. Personally, from what your parents have impacted on your life, what will you have to tell them?
What I have to say is they should respect their parents, because if you don't respect your parents, they can't advise you.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you respect your parents, they can impart very good things into your life.
Okay. Okay. Like respecting them as in when they tell you to do something, you do it.
Yeah. If you're a stubborn child, your parents will not give you that attention that you need in life. Yeah.
Okay.
Because some children, if you tell them something, they will not follow what you are saying. So the parents will give up on him or her.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So largely, it's all depends on how the kids will treat their parents.
Yes, please.
Okay, for me personally, I've learnt a lot. My dad is a man of God, and yeah, and then he has taught us a lot, since childhood. Yeah, he used to tell us about how to stay very holy, compact in the Word of God, and how to be humble, talk to the elderly in a very, very respectful manner, and then that is what has built me up to this level. And yeah.
Okay. So practically, how has it impacted your life?
Oh, okay. Let's say, maybe growing up hasn't been easy, and then in fact, I've learned a lot. Yeah, and coming up from childhood, experiencing all kinds of behaviors, and then I can't say much, but I'll say it has helped me a lot. Yeah.
Okay. So what was the relationship between you and your parents?
Oh, relationship as in
Your like growing up, how was the relationship between you and your family, your parents specifically, and how was it able to mold you to be this kind of person? Because obviously, if you didn't have this kind of connection with them, they wouldn't be able to impact you the way that they did.
Okay, for the relationship, I would say it's very, very good, because my dad was one man that he cares most about our education.
Okay.
Yes, he doesn't anything about education. He's very, very key in it. He loves to spend on our education.
Okay.
And even my mom, yeah. And if you should tell him anything about education, he's willing. Even if he doesn't have, he will make sure he goes to borrow it from anywhere that he can get, and then help us out. Anything, yeah.
Okay. So earlier we spoke to someone that was saying that normally for your father or your parent to have impact on you, it's usually also based on the child's character. If you are respectful towards your parent, then they are able to advise you and shape you the way they have to shape you. What do you think about that?
Oh, yeah, it's very true. Yes, very, very true. Because if you don't have a lot of respect for adulthood, it will be very, very difficult for someone to help you.
Okay.
You get it? Yeah. Because should in case I don't respect my parents, I don't think they would even be willing to help me or be willing to educate me to this level.
Okay.
Get it? Yeah.
Okay.
So respect is very, very key. And if you're a child and you're coming up, for the aspect of respect, I think is very, very key. Yeah. You have to raise it to the high esteem. Yeah.
Okay. So your last words to maybe your peers that are watching you, and how to properly relate with their parents, especially to get the best out of them.
Okay, my last words. I would try and advise my colleagues that first of all, they should be God fearing, read the Bible, listen to your parents. Anything any adult will tell you, just listen to it, and then abide by every rules and regulation.
Okay.
Don't think you are out of control, or let's say yes, you are at the level which no one can control you.
Okay.
Yes, even if you get married and then your parents are still alive, they can still control you, because at that level they are not dead.
Okay.
Yes, so if you continue to respect and then have a very good relationship with your parents, I think everything will work. Yeah.
Okay, so staying with my parents, I've learned that they always want to feel like they are your parents by checking up on you, knowing what's going on in your life, even when you're not close to them.
Okay.
Yes, basically that's what I've learned.
Okay. So with that particular, why do you think, in your own knowledge, why do you think your parents consistently want to know what's happening in your life and all that?
Yeah, they want you to feel like they are caring and also to fulfill their responsibilities, basically.
Oh, okay. For you to know that they are consistently, they care about your welfare and where you are and everything. So this particular thing, how has it impacted you as a person?
Yes, so first of all, it's impacted me in my way of thinking and how I perceive things, and also in how I do things. So when I'm doing things, I know that if mommy comes to see or knows about it, definitely she's going to ask me, and if she finds out, she won't be happy if the thing is a bad thing. So I always have to do the right thing. Also, in my way of thinking, I know that I have to also care about people, because they always do it to me.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So what will you have to tell to maybe someone out there that is also watching you, and then maybe they want to understand how it feels to maybe have your parent consistently being in your case and checking up on you?
Okay, the person or the parents?
No, the person, it can be a parent or a what, yes.
If the person is a parent, I think they can learn from what my parents did, that they shouldn't leave their children astray and not letting them feel that they don't have parents. But I always make them feel that they have parents and be checking up on them all the time, even when they are not close to them. And also, as a child, also have to know that if your mom is checking up on you, do things that will also make them feel like they are your parents.
Okay. They'll be proud that they are your parents, right? Okay, Saxon, thanks for the conversation.
Thank you.